everyone, I am Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. Welcome back for another video. Today we are taking a look at the A5 Slim Jibun Techo Biz Diary. That was a lot of words. This is the 2020 version. And the very first thing that you will notice is that it does come with a cover. This is a vinyl cover and it does have an outside pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom here, and then three kind of business size cards pockets on the inside, as well as a pen loop and then a tiny little pocket in the back here. Maybe, I think that's a pocket. It's actually still sealed, but I think there we go. So this pocket as well, and then nothing on the back, but on this side it does have the smallest little 2020. So it is a sleek little planner. It is neat that it comes with a cover. It also comes with two bookmarks. They are very thin and they are already fraying at the bottom. So either clear nail polish, or if you lightly singe the ends, they will not fray on you. So flipping through, you do have a spot for your name, and I don't know what this is. That's Japanese something, I don't know, maybe your phone number. And then it gets into the reference pages. So it helps you know how to use your Jibun Techo. And then this is pretty neat. It gives you an example spread. And then you have your yearly overview. So you have 2020, a full page, and then you have 2019 to refer back to, and then 2021 to look ahead to. Next, you have a 2-page spread that has a spot for every single day in the year. The months are across and the days are vertical for you. And then you have a couple more reference pages. So this is an age chart, and then you have a spot for your dreams in 2020, and then a money plan, a map of Japan, and then you have, this is really neat, I think. So they give you a blank spread where you can kind of play around with and figure out exactly how you think you might want to plan before actually getting into the weeks. I might suggest using either a pencil or a friction pen that you can erase and make changes to if you are nervous about starting in your weeklies right away. Then you have more reference pages. You have your favorite phrases, a recommendation list, a book list with little smiley faces or sad faces so that you can rate the books. The same for the movie list, a page for gifts received and gifts given, a promise list, and then 2 pages where you can put whatever you want. And then it gets into these interesting pages that I'm not quite sure how I would use personally. You have 2 months, so here you are given the month of December 2019 and the month of January 2020, with the dates actually running vertical. I think that Japanese or Chinese might be easier to write vertically. English, it's a little bit difficult to both write and read. For me personally, vertical. So I would turn my planner this way and write it. So I'm not sure exactly what I would use this for personally. So you are given December 2019 all the way to January of 2021. And you may notice that there are spots colored in. Saturdays are always blue and Sundays are always red, and holidays are also marked red. So then moving right into the monthlies, and again you do have December of 2019. So we have several things going on in the monthly spreads. Again, we do have blue Saturdays, red Sundays, and then you have a little smiley face or a sad face for your moods. You also have moon tracking, not every single day, but you are given kind of the important ones. So you have half, full, and new, as well as a running task list on the side that also goes to the bottom, which I find interesting. And then you have your little months. So you have the previous month, the current month, and the future month. Personally, I find it extremely interesting that they chose to include the current month. Since you do have this big overview, they just chose to include that one as well. Another interesting thing to note is that they tell you the dates of the previous month. So here was November 25th to the 30th, but then for January, they chose not to put a first or a second here. And that is consistent throughout. I'm assuming that's just if you want to, instead of look at it this month, you could actually turn and see the 27th to the 2nd here. I'm not sure why they chose to do it that way. And it goes until March of 2021. And one thing that I do really like about this planner is that it gives you this extra row at the bottom in case you do need it. Flipping back here to take a look at November, for instance, in most American calendars or planners, they would divide up this box and the 23rd and the 30th would share. And I like that Japanese planners include extra room at the bottom so that you get a full spot for the 30th. So then after the monthlies, you have the weeklies. And interestingly enough, you do actually get the entire month of December, plus a little bit of November in this case, for your weeklies. So this 2020 planner, you actually have a full month extra in it before it actually starts in 2020. We have several very interesting things going on here in the weekly spread. Starting at the top, one thing that I really like is that whenever there is a week that is 2 months, they actually give you both of these small calendars, and it highlights the week that you are in and it tells you which week. So this is the first week of 2020. If I was just to randomly jump, here's the 17th week, which is helpful to know as the year goes on. And then you are given spots for a running to-do list along the left with boxes that have dashed X's in them so that you can mark off your tasks as you go. Then taking a look at the daily columns themselves, you have the date, the day, and then you have several weather options as well as the moon phase for each and every day. The more important ones, I guess you could say, are a little bit larger so that you can easily find where half moons or new moons and full moons are. And then taking a look at the hourly breakdown, you are given a full 24 hours. From midnight to 7, you only have 1 square per hour, and then after that you have 2. So a little bit more space there for each hour. And then you may also notice that the hours here and here are shaded, and that is just to show you the hours that are probably dark. I'm not sure exactly what time zone this is for. I'm assuming Japan, and I would imagine that it's very similar to your time zone, but it will probably vary a little bit. We do again have blue Saturdays and red Sundays, and then also holidays are shaded red. This is the Biz Diary, and I know that this is a little less colorful than the other options of Jibun. So even though it is more toned down to those other planners, you can't get away from the color completely. Then moving down to the bottom, you do have spots for your mood and then tracking your meals, or either your important priorities for the day or whatever you would like to use that spot for. Now I will say that one of my biggest turnoffs to this planner is these circles. I do not like the way that they look, to be honest. I know that the light version in 2020 does not have the circles, but I don't have that one, so I couldn't show it to you. And this again is the Biz Diary. Then you have a spread for every week in the year going all the way until January 10th. So they're giving you a complete extra week than they would necessarily have to give you. Most 2020 planners stop at January 3rd. This one goes all the way to the 10th. And then you are given just a handful of blank grid pages to do whatever you would like with. And then you have a couple more reference pages. So you have a looking back on 2020, a spot for each month, and then some personal data, and then that is it. So it is a very sleek, slim little book, not very thick at all. It is just a monthly and weekly planner. If you're wanting to do any type of daily planning, you will have to either use another notebook or another planner to do so. I hope you enjoyed this short overview of the Jibun Techo Biz Diary for 2020. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.